What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada. In here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan I know. What's good, brother Steph?
Man, judging from how things are going here, I might be the only Sacramento Kings fan left. I mean, talk about ruining a fan base here. But hey, I'm doing pretty good today. Beautiful day in California. And of course, in California, the Indian Wells tournament is tipping off. So not only do we have basketball, but we're going to have some tennis action to gamble on one of my favorite times of the year to be a sports bettor.
Yeah, it's definitely this right now with us recording. If you guys see me on my phone a little bit, I'm probably looking at some live bets to make. Right now is one of our most active times of the year with Five Star Sports Investment. So I have to make sure that my clients are taken care of. So if you guys see me looking down a little bit, I'm probably trying to catch the right line. Please forgive me. Let's get to yesterday's news. You've been pretty high spread. That's two straight, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies. After we jumped off and recorded this one, Brandon Ingram was ruled out, which was definitely beneficial for us if you caught the number early. But I mentioned on my NBA Rundown show that I do every day at 3:30 Eastern that I thought that it was still good at Memphis at 7. The idea being that I thought Brandon Ingram was worth more to the team than 1.5 points that the books had assigned to him, moving from 5.5 to 7 there, and it turned out to be right. And we see this offense, and McCollum's been doing great, but it's because of the gravity that Ingram provides. McCollum usually getting the second best defender and a smaller defender to work with. Having to go against Memphis with no Ingram, was just too much, and that was an easy cash, man. And after the way last week went, I was absolutely fine just having that on one TV, just making sure there was no crazy comeback, and then of course, watching some of the other games. And pretty good day for me yesterday in the NBA, and I'm looking to keep it going today. How things go with you?
Man, yesterday we had a little disappointment. Unfortunately, North Dakota State didn't decide to hoop until the second half. They scored a measly 28 points in the first half. When we only got to 61 in the first half, I knew we were in trouble. They lighted up for 84 in the second half. So if we would have gotten anything used to their normal scoring averages, we would have did pretty good. I'm not a totals guy, and this is the very reason why. Because if you get behind in the totals, no catching back up. You know what I mean? It's like now you're wishing for overtime. That's the only way you're going to get there. Whereas then when you're dealing with spreads, you're never out of it. Yeah, just like that game showed you. For instance, I also took North Dakota State plus 6.5. North Dakota State was down double digits all the way until maybe the final minute and was still able to scramble and come back. And if not for a janky call by the referee, they would have easily covered the 6.5 and ended up getting tight at the end. They shot free throws. The people who took the +6 or laid the -6 with the Jackrabbits, they pushed. Just like, oh man, did you see that call in the not to get off topic, but did you see the call at the St. Mary's Gonzaga game?
No, I had mostly NBA on TV last night,
And
then
mm-hmm.
I was just saying, and I watched that tiebreak 10s on Indian Wells. I don't know if you
Okay,
saw
gotcha.
that. Yeah, it's like
Well,
short attention span.
the
Tennis.
line was 12.5. Gonzaga's in complete control. There's maybe 20 seconds left after their last free throw. And St. Mary's comes down, air balls a 3, so it's a ball out, ball side out. The players are walking down like they don't want any parts of this fouling. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the line's 12.5, I'm sure. The coach starts barking, "What? Foul him. Trap." Dude, I would have had St. Mary's on that game. I would have been so mad. And he fouled. The kid for Gonzaga comes up, misses the first free throw. So now everybody's holding the balance. And the announcers for ESPN are like, everyone's very interested to find out what happened. This next free throw, a lot of holes in the balance. All the people in Gonzaga's crowd is like fingers crossed and stuff, because they didn't lay a money line. It's like -1,000. They all probably laid the 12.5, and he makes the free throw. And St. Mary's comes down, and I think they bounced the ball out. The coach told him not to shoot. I said, wow, man. It gets a little sketchy sometimes with these games. But you guys, I'm sorry about that. I won't give you a total again. my guy Spread has carried the bucket this week. I'm 0-2 and he's 2-0, and that's a good thing. You know, my personal bets and my supreme clientele, we've had a high winning percentage this week, but unfortunately on these free bets, we're 0-2. I went out of my normal one with a total, but as I said, even and when we take L's, it's a lesson. It's not a loss. I'm glad that you guys are seeing, hey, now Spread is 2-0 after last week. He was a little cold. I was on fire. Now I'm 0-2. That's how this game works, man. It's not anything about how many streaks you can run off. It's about consistency, man, about what you can do by the end of the week, by the end of the month. So, like I said, it's always a lesson in this thing. Let's get to the ball and parlay. Who do you roll with today, Spread?
I got the Milwaukee Bucks coming off a 142 to 115 win over the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. The Bucks have just been on fire, right? And I know he's not going to win, but I'd be hard pressed to say that Giannis isn't the best player in the league. And if I was starting, a team just for this season, I think I'd rather have him over Embiid and Jokic, and we're seeing why. I mean, it's just the versatility on the defensive end. I can really key so many runs for the Bucks, and you can put him on almost anybody. And he's going to be able to shut him down. The supporting cast is back, right? You got Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday. And what I like about, their big three, they're not one-way players, right? They're not guys that you have to hide on the defensive end. Why do I bring that up? Who's the main guy on the Hawks? Trae Young. And where is he a liability on defense? I mean, it shows you how good Trae Young is on offense, right? That he still has such a positive rating because by advanced metrics, he's literally one of the worst defenders in the league. And he'll always be hiding in the corner, on one of the, least effective members of the other team, right? He might draw a little Jordan Nwora tonight or something, right? But the Bucks, they're star players. They can get stops when they need be. We know the Bucks beat the Hawks in the playoffs last season. And the Hawks are actually 2-0 against the Bucks this year, right? So I think the Bucks are definitely going to try and get this one back. The Bucks did play last night. The Hawks were rested, but they played in overtime on Monday night. They fell 113 to 110 to the Detroit Pistons, right? So you went to the Pistons, right? And congratulations to the Pistons. We've talked about them. They're playing better lately, right? But they're not a playoff team or a championship contender, the caliber of the Bucks. I think the Bucks are really rolling right now. The dregs of the regular season, right? They see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? They see the playoffs beginning to start and see how these games are really affecting the seedings and the standings in the Eastern Conference. I expect a big performance from Giannis and Milwaukee tonight. Give me the Bucks -4.5.
Yeah, I like that pick. The Bucks, man, they're always good money when they're ahead. I jumped on them last night in game at -12.5 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They ended up winning by 30, right? So they got so many shooters. They space the floor. They push pace. And then on top of that, they play D and run. And then those shooters get to their spots, man. And if they're hot, you're in trouble. Chris Middleton is one of the most underrated players in the league. He has to be one of the best Robins we've seen in the league. He's very, very, very underappreciated for what he does. Dead-eye shooter, clutch, never afraid of the moment. So, and he plays good defense. So, Spread's going with the NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks. This year, they're going to be looking to make a deep run and try to go back-to-back. I'll be rolling with a smaller school from right around my way in Houston that I used to go to and go party sometimes on the campus. I had a couple girlfriends in that area before. And what's so funny, man, Sam Houston State is in the middle of what we call prison town. Everything up there, man, is just people, everybody there works at the jail, but there's some pretty girls that go to that university, man. And Sam Houston State will be taking on California Baptist tonight. It's the Southland Conference tournament has started. Sam Houston State is a solid team. They don't score as much as California Baptist. California Baptist is explosive on offense, but Sam Houston State plays defense, y'all. That's what they do. They lock down on you. They play hard D. Most importantly, the game is in Katy, Texas, which is right outside of Houston. Sam Houston State is right down the street. There'll be so many followers there coming to the game, so it'll be basically a home game for them. I don't expect many people to travel from little California Baptist all the way to Katy, Texas to see the game. So I'm sure that the fan base will be on the crowd, will be overwhelmingly supportive of Sam Houston State. A couple of things trouble me about California Baptist. They're on 6 against the spread. in their last 6 neutral site games. They haven't played well against top competition in the conference. Every time they matched up against someone who was decent, they lost by double digits. I really like Sam Houston State's toughness. I like how they play. As I said, it'll be just like a home game to them. They're 3-0 against the spread in their last 3 as favorites. 4-1 in their last 5 games overall. 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 10 games, following a straight up win. They just blasted Tarleton State last week by 20 points. So I expect the Bearcats to defend home. And when everybody makes their fan base makes the short ride up 45 and to 10 and goes to Katy, that they come deep and prepare for a victory, and that the team delivers to prevent what happened the other day. Since it's a short line, we're gonna do a little hedge bet. We call this an end hedge on a straight play, and that's when you lay -2, so we can win twice, and also you lay the -150, bet 150 to win 100, and bet 110 to win on the -2 to win 100. And that way you can hedge yourself. That way, if we get any little janky stuff at the end of the game, but hopefully we'll win both of those bets. So you guys get a single game parlay with that. And as always, we really thank you guys for coming. We got to get to the action, man. It's a real busy day. College basketball. We got a lot of daytime plays. You got anything for them, Spread?
Man, I'm just excited for today. You got to have multiple TVs going today. I'm going to have tennis on one TV, college basketball during the day, and then as soon as 4 o'clock hits, I switch straight to the NBA. 12 games tonight, and I'm old. I take notes on my pad, and I'm going to have my notepad there.
Right.
And I got to flip between the pages for my tennis notes and my NBA notes. But I can't wait. I love this time of year. So really looking forward to these plays. And I just put the Sam Houston in while you were speaking.
Yeah, awesome. And a lot of people don't understand this profession of ours. They think that, hey, they're just sitting around, they're gambling. Nah, this is work, man. 24 hours, I'm watching games. My family, they know it's many times that the TV or the laptop or the phone is getting my attention more than them, because I'm grinding so hard so that I can provide for them with this profession that we do. So you guys got to know these days like this, we're like up 14 hours straight, eyes on TV. It's no fun, and it's to bed and get ready for it the next day, because it's the middle of March Madness. But we love it, and this is what we do. We'll catch you guys tomorrow on the Wagering World right here exclusively on SCOON TV. Follow me at 5 Star in Vegas. Spell out the 5. Follow my guy Spread at Spread ASTAIRE, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.